Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bulldogs offense will get the first possession of the game. This rivalry is intense, guys, but with all of the connections between the two, it's more like a family feud more so than a bitter war.
And for example, about the connections, Reese, how about Vince Dooley, longtime Georgia coach, who went to Auburn? How about great player Pat Dye, All-American at Georgia, coaches at Auburn? The connections are real, the rivalry is real.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Oh,
and the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball.
Off he goes! And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Auburn to the line in a hurry. The Tiger quarterback getting it done on the ground like they've seen at Auburn in the past.
And the great Auburn teams, it always seems like they got a quarterback with great mobility that can get first downs, and it kind of sets the table for the rest of the Auburn offense.
He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. As the defense comes out, they've got him pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making a big tackle in the open field.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the...
And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job on the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The give to the back. Hard running there. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 6 over Stanford. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. Starts to scramble to the left.
Oh, my.
And the pass is intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Hands it off. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Auburn trying to make this red zone trip pay off. The run from the shotgun. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Power football with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Auburn lines up quickly. And those are some serious wheels for this Tiger quarterback, positively Nick Marshall-esque.
Yeah, and you think about Nick Marshall and that run to the national championship game. Man, they ran the football some more. His dynamic ability at the quarterback spot. All Auburn offenses that have been great have had that guy at the quarterback spot.
Might be looking to run. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Across the 25. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. They'll give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They've been running it, but now the pass. It's complete on the right side. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Looking to go up top on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. All wide outs, no backs. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Auburn would love nothing better than to do what it did the last time these two men, just take the dogs behind the woodshed.
Yeah, they hammer the dogs. They built so much positive momentum in the program. Recruiting, everything about beating Georgia is good. And the bragging rights right there in the state of Alabama, right on that Georgia line, it's even greater.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Working that left side now. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Tigers will line it up on first and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle.
That was a catch.
Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Wonder if they'll be conservative on first and 10. He's going to pass. Finds his big tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Going up top on first down. He wants it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
It's complete to the left. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking for an open man on second down. He wants to take the top off. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's looking for a man on second down. He'll take another shot here. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, all the tradition and bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in this battle between the Tigers and Dogs. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Corralled and brought down by the defense. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Defense in press coverage. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got a man in the middle. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
There's not a lot to think about when you're the quarterback. You've got one of the best receivers in the country. You get him the ball any way possible. It doesn't matter if one guy's covering him or two guys are covering him. He just gets open and gets first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Fakes his man out. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Auburn lines up quickly. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Tigers are flying down the field.
And this is an offense that's going to find a way to generate explosive plays because of their playmakers at the skill spots. But how about the speed by this guy and his ability on third down to extend, scramble, and go get a big pickup and chunky yards for his offense.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
He's got it!
No.
Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season. They have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On second down, looking to throw. Using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the coach. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last one.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
They're trying to get to it. Got it set up on the outside.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Give to the running back. Running with power. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They go to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Dogs have their offense in high gear. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. He'll take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball leaning out of bounds.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Toss to the outside. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They could really use a few yards here on 3rd down, because from here, it would be a 61-yard attempt. The snap sets up the throw. They're setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. First down here for the offense. They want that clock to run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Hand off from the shotgun. It's loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Running into the open space. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, first and goal. They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 40. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He wants to pass it on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's his 4th interception of the game.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown, Tiger. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope, but good fight to the end.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught over the middle. It's Alvarado. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. He's going up top here late in the game. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. A first down for the offense. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Line gets set, first down. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes